Alright, we are live. Today we are shooting the Traditions Lock 50. Quite a fun little gun. See if anybody shows up. Hey there, Black Cat. How you doing, man? Yeah, it's Flintlock 50 time. Finally got up to shoot some footage on it. I'm hoping the flint holds out because I'm been using the same flint for a while. But all right. Yeah, I've had this for a while. It's actually a pretty nice gun. So how you doing today, man? Staying out of trouble? Yeah, it's never fun. Yeah, I worked this morning and I wanted to do this Friday, but I work in the morning and at night on Friday, so Friday. But figured the weather was nice enough I'd come up for it. I gotta say, one of the only things I don't like about this is the handle's real slick, and it's actually kind of hold on to it. Wow, Gilbertsville, that's like insanely close, man. That's like 10 minutes from me, not even. Yeah, you are really close to me. I mean, I'm in French Creek at the moment, but yeah, that's getting, you're pretty much in my backyard. Shame around here there's not many outdoor pistol ranges. I'm shooting at 50 yards with this thing, and I'm not entirely sure what to expect looking at the target. It's a pretty small target. I'm probably not even going to hit anything, but I figured I'd give it a shot. I think I hit a bad time of day to do a chat because I think everybody else is already at work. Clear! So what they got you picking up today? Just while they're clear, I'll show off the gun. Nice thing is, I can cast my own ammo for this thing. And that's a 50 caliber modern target Minet ball. Was actually hoping to shoot my new intro today, but there's too many people here. It's gonna look weird me doing the same thing over and over for different takes. Yeah, I know about losing service. I'm surprised I get service up here, pretty much being out in the middle of nowhere. I know a couple people, when I head up to Cabela's, you're going up through Hamburg into the mountains, and quite a few times you drop service around here. Yeah, I think PA is full of a lot of dead spots. I'm trying to work out my own bullet lube. This is 50% Crisco, 50% candle wax, because I don't have beeswax at the moment. And it's alright, but it kinda, I don't know, it's still kinda thick. I don't know how well it shows up being on there. I'd say, yeah, it's a shame. You're literally like insanely close. I mean, Gilbertsville is pretty much. I mean, I could be into Gilbertsville in less than 10 minutes. That's scary close. I see. What, you stalking me now? Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it burn up, and it does seem to lube the gun, but I know everybody traditionally tells you to use beeswax, but I found candle wax to work just as well. I think, I can't remember if I did. I don't know, I've seen a lot of weird movies where you know, the whole stalker driving, I don't know. I actually backed off my charge on this thing. I think I backed it down to about 30 grains. It was weird because in the Kentucky rifle, which was 50, I'd run double that. But this I've got to back way down. Oh, what, you accusing me of not having a man card? Hey, I was shooting, I don't know, this one isn't even marked. I think this is about a 40 grain charge. Hey, they're big enough. You see the size of the damn things. Hey, you say that, you should see what I'm going to Cabela's to pick up tonight. I've searched the entire country for a Model 69 Smith & Wesson. I had one come up from Virginia. Going to look at it tonight. Decide if I want to go that crazy. Hot?
Got a target up? No, not yet.
Yeah, but
Yeah, is that cool?
Yeah,
Thank
good,
you,
man.
guys.
Yep, Combat Magnum. I'm the 2 3/4 inch barrel. Just came out last year. Not a single gun shop around me has one. I called every one I could think of within a 30-mile radius. Nobody's got one. I called corporate Cabela's and I asked them, I'm like, it says online you got a couple, so what stores have them? And they told me, oh, yeah, 4 inches easier to find. The 4 inches been out a couple years.
Can I borrow your stapler? I left mine at my house.
Yeah, you can borrow my stapler.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Yeah, 4 inches easy to find because it's been out a couple years, but I'm actually stupid enough to maybe put it into my carry gun rotation. So I wanted the 2 3/4 inch. Cause I mean, if I want something big, I've got the 29-10, which is pretty much short of a shoulder rig. You're never carrying that. That's a pretty good price, though. Well, they always say go big or go home. Although I'm figuring on probably carrying it with like a 44 special, maybe a plus P or something. Now, when I checked Bud's was out of them. And I got I mean, I don't want to bash Bud's on one gun purchase, but the 29 that I had issues with came from Bud's, and I've heard a lot of people said they have issue with Bud's. I mean, I was certainly... They might have just gotten them back in stock. I checked Bud's probably about a week ago, so they might have had them.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ah, no problem. Hot? Well, and that's the thing is I don't want to condemn Bud's for only one gun, but I have heard other people have issues, and I've had people that have never had an issue. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like I want to give them another shot, but I certainly am going to be weary of what I purchase from them for the next time just because of the issues I had with them. Yeah. Now the problem I'm running into is finding a holster. Because I usually like Galco, and I called Galco about a holster, and apparently they're not producing anything for it unless you custom order it. Because I wanted to have them make me like a jackass rig holster for it, and then maybe a belt holster. But they said the only way they'll do it is custom order, and that's an extra $50. Needs a new flint. Just carry a brace. A brace of what? A brace of pistols. Oh, you're saying carrying a bunch of these. Like they did in the old days where they'd have 5 or 6 of them strapped onto them so they didn't have to reload in the heat of battle. Yeah, I thought about that. I'm still trying to come up with, you know, an entertaining intro for when I do the review of this, because I've owned this for 6 or 7 years, just never thought to do a review on it. That's why I wanted to get some shooting footage of it, so that, you know, obviously you're reviewing a Flintlock 50, people are going to want to see it get shot. And there's probably not too many reviews out there on it, so I figured if I'm only going to be one of the few, you know, show me at least taking a shot with it. I got some footage, but it shows a misfire, but I figured I'd probably leave that just because, I mean, that's the nature of the beast. You know, you're going to have misfires, you're going to have, you know, it happens. Hey, I do an everyday pistol, lock pistol carry. Have like 4 of them strapped across my chest. Although I think I need a different hat for that. I know, I looked at the pilot pistols. They are nice, especially since they're, what was it? Are they the ones that did the, like the pistol shotgun, but it's rifled? I think they're in like 410. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, I forget what they priced them at. I saw the 20 gauge. I think Cabela's used to have the one, because I think they offered it with a stock. Hello, Vanessa. How you doing? Welcome to live on the range. I'm on the range, something like that. Still working on that. Yeah, that's pricey for what it is. I mean, it's cool. They are cool, but just, you know, black powder is simple, you know, platform. This is basically a tube stuck on a chunk of wood, flint mechanism. So to see it be that pricey, it just kind of turns you off of it. So how you doing today, Vanessa? Now is that the Pieta? Because I had the Target model Pieta, and I ended up selling it, and then now I have the original. Yeah, it always sucks when the washer goes on the fritz. I would know not having one and having to go to the laundromat every week. Yeah, I've had mixed luck with Pieta. I mean, I love their stuff, but I've had guns in the store that the timing was off. Yes, Vanessa, black powder is very fun, especially when you got a 50. I will show you. We're shooting. These are hand cast. It's a modern target Manet ball. See how the back is opened up. What happens is the back, as it goes off, the back is supposed to expand and push into the rifling and help contain the blast behind the bullet as it goes out the barrel, making it more accurate and better and faster and all those good things. Reason Yeah, well, this is a traditions, and I like this. I like traditions over Pieta because this one's made in Spain, but I think I had a traditions Kentucky rifle that I sadly sold and probably should have kept. I don't shoot black powder as much as I used to, mainly because when I get home, this is going to be at least an hour of cleaning. Now, Black Cat, when you shoot black powder, do you do the wash up with just soap and water, or have you found a cleaning solution you like? Yeah, I saw the 1858 Remington carbines. They were nice. The nice thing about the 1858 Remington was, yeah, I've got a spare one sitting here, waiting to go, but I'm trying to get the last little bit out of this one. Because I can still, it still sparks. The problem is, and this is something I'll touch on, this screw is partially stripped a little bit, and I've just never called them to get a new one. It's on the list of things to do. But what happens is this will loosen, and when it loosens, the flint will wiggle and create a good strike. So I keep meaning to call them to send me a new screw. So, but that's part of the problem. That's why I brought a tool to continue to tighten it as it loosens. Could probably try Loctite. Actually, I'm almost out of it. I brought more, but purple Loctite. Yeah, I'm thinking Loctite is what it needs. That way it'll stop coming loose. Actually, I usually use clear nail polish. I found clear nail polish is good because it's a little bit easier to remove if needed. And plus it keeps your nails looking really nice and clean. Yeah, I know, all covered in grime and grit from. It's like the perfect storm for getting your hands completely covered in grime because the rounds are covered in lube and you got the black powder which you're messing with, so that's all dirty. And yeah, it's always fun washing up afterwards. And back when I still lived at home, I used to get bitched at because after I got done, the sink would all be black and everything from me washing my the stuff off my hands, and then I'd get the hand towel black. And yeah, that was always a fun time. Yeah, I should have brought my brush with me. The barrel's starting to get a little crusty. Probably get a few more shots out of it. You've been dirty and covered in lube. Black cat, that's probably a too much information scenario. I'm not going to judge your personal life, but that seems like something between you and Mrs. Black Cat. Yeah, that's something I would keep between you and Mrs. Black Cat, but that's just me. Or at least I would hope it's Mrs. Black Cat who would be the involvement in that story. Like I said, I don't judge. Lots of long sheets of plastic, preferably. Yeah, I don't know, Black Cat. You've been hanging out in that late night chat a lot lately with, Outlaw. Maybe, some of them chats get pretty fruity, so I don't know. I was gonna do a video showing me casting and stuff, but it really wasn't that interesting. Yes, they are, Vanessa. They are quite interesting. Uh, in particular, whenever Bob shows up and you get to hear the stories of him spray painting skunks and stuff orange. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that barrel's about plugged. I think this might be one of our last shots with it. Now, I hope to do this with the channel more often. Probably not the live streams up here as much because once I get my regular car back, I'm not going to be able to drive up here as much as I'd like to. Ah, yes, coffee. Well, hey, pick me up a iced tea, will you? Gallon jug of black roast. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Which is, people don't understand that because I work third shift, but I don't drink coffee. 36 hours. Yeah, I've been there. Every time we get a snowstorm.
Claire, you good?
Claire. Yeah, anytime we get a snowstorm, they always call us in, and it can get pretty nasty. You'll work a 12-hour shift, go to a hotel, sleep for about 2 hours, and then come back and work another 12-hour shift. Back to back. And I'm out of powder. Luckily, I brought more powder. Trying to figure out the best way to fill this. Usually I do it at home. I have a funnel. Let's see. I could put this on. Joys of doing this at the range live. Trying to figure out how to fill your flask back up. Now, Vanessa, you said you hunt with flintlocks in the past? Now that sucks. Well, on the bright side, at least you get to go shopping for a new washer. I mean, I suppose that's fun. 1970s. Yeah, we had the same thing. We had a dryer that was about 40 years old, and it's to this day still running as far as I know. It's the old phrase, they don't build them like they used to, is still. Problem is I found nowadays they build appliances and stuff to break. They build them out of cheaper parts so they break, so you have to either get them repaired and then or buy a new one. Same thing with cars I've found. They build cars nowadays, they're all plastic and whatnot, and they're just they're only designed to have about a 15-year life expectancy before they cube them and you go out and buy a new one. Hot? Alright, so looks like we've been running about 45 minutes. I'm going to take a couple more shots and then I'm about out of powder, so that'll probably be the end of it. Almost filled it up with the wrong thing. That would have been a hell of a kick. That's a 72 grain thing. Okay, Vanessa, good luck with your washer. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and have a good day.